All right, peace to the true ones. Today, we're going to talk about the white buffalo and why it is significant that the city of Buffalo, New York, is it went through a whiteout. Okay, because it's showing you what time it is. It's showing you the prophecy. Okay, of the Messiah returning. Okay, and actually, because we know that there are Messiah seeds, okay? There's individuals that have come here to show the way, but I'm talking about the one that comes to restore and take our true family to complete total peace, okay? And to do so, you have to see the prophecy of the white buffalo. And over the last couple of years, we have seen white buffalo, like I believe it was February 2021, a white buffalo was spotted somewhere in America, okay? But not many people know about it. In order for people to see the true prophecy come full circle, which is in divine completion, which we are in right now, the city of Buffalo had to be whited out. It went into blizzard mode. A lot of people were frozen to death. So much happened in the city of Buffalo, New York, and there's more snow coming. Okay, there's another storm coming, and they're projected to receive 6 to 12 more inches. Okay, of snow. So, what is the white buffalo? Okay, when a white buffalo calf is born, it is a sign that their prayers are being heard and the promises of prophecy are being fulfilled. To American Indians, a white buffalo calf is the most sacred living thing on earth. The calf is assigned to begin life's sacred loop. Okay, and like I said, we're coming out of the Kali Yuga loop, and we're going into a new realm of evolution, a new realm of life, a new paradigm of life. We're moving forward, and we're leaving all wickedness behind. Okay. Let's see, which one do I want to read? I know I have some saved. Oh, also, remember I told you that the Netflix series Umbrella Academy is about me, right? And I made a video about that before, and I even showed the significance of it in the Brittany Griner case as well, and how that's related to me as well. But in Umbrella Academy, they're in a room. Okay, one of the siblings is in a room called the white. Here it is, the white buffalo. Okay, it says, while the white buffalo painting in Reginald Hargreaves' room ties him to the white buffalo suite, it's also also subtly indicates a deeper connection. Okay, yeah, it does. It does. There's a connection. It's showing that the prophecies. Remember, that's all about the apocalypse, right? Umbrella Academy. All right. It's showing that prophecies are being fulfilled, and that the prayers are being answered, and that we're headed into somewhere that we've always wanted to get to as the true and living. Okay. Let me see. I have certain things saved so that we can go over there and look at what I had saved, so we could talk about the actual prophecies of it and what it means. Okay, I think we're just gonna go and read those because I'm not seeing what I was looking for yesterday when I was researching white buffalo, because Great Spirit was like, tell them about the white buffalo, because people are they need to know why things are happening the way they are. Because like I say, people keep blaming the government, and then people are falsely claiming that they're doing the things that in fact my wife and I are doing. And I'm supposed to come and show you this so that you understand why things are happening the way they are, so people can see the truth for what it really is. This right here says the significance of the white buffalo begins with the Lakota religious system and white buffalo prophecies based on a Messiah who appeared to them. Okay, let me go to what I had saved. Okay, I should already. Let's go with this one first. Pulled it up. Okay, the story of the white buffalo calf woman. Okay, let's read about it. We, the Lakota people, have a prophecy about the white buffalo calf, and how the prophecy originated was that we have a sacred bundle, a sacred peace pipe, okay, that was brought to us about 2,000 years ago by what we know as the white buffalo calf woman. Isn't that around the time of the Jesus story? When I told you, like, there's a difference between Jesus and Yeshua, right? Yeshua existed and he did die. He was crucified. It was just different than what you were told. If you were allowed to see what actually had happened to Yeshua, you would see that he was beaten really, really bad. It was the most horrific beating that you could ever see someone go through. And then they hung him in a tree. And the Great Mother and Great Father used his energy to put a Christ consciousness grid on the planet, to keep the evil that was on this planet, that is on this planet, from leaving and going out into the omniverse and connecting with other evils and just totally destroying all of creation. Okay, so this planet was put in quarantine around the time of Yeshua, not Jesus. Remember, Yeshua and Jesus, two different people. Jesus is the spirit cooked version of Yeshua, a doppelganger, the literal devil. Okay, so it says the story goes that she appeared to two warriors at the time. These two warriors were out hunting buffalo, hunting for food in the sacred Black Hills of South Dakota. You guys notice that my voice is getting deeper, like I told y'all, because it's about to go down, y'all. We about to render judgment, okay? And they saw a big body coming towards them, and they saw that it was a white buffalo calf. As it came closer to them and turned into a beautiful young Indian girl. At the time, one of the warriors thought bad in his mind, and so the young girl told him to step forward. And when he did step forward, a black cloud came over his body, and when the black cloud disappeared, the warrior who had bad thoughts was left with no flesh or blood on his bones. The other warrior kneeled and began to pray. And when he prayed, the white buffalo calf, who was now an Indian girl, told him to go back to his people and warned them that in 4 days, the number of judgment, 4. Okay, this is the Messiah coming to them and telling them. Okay, this is the Great Mother coming to them and telling them what is going to happen in 4 days. Okay, the number of judgment, 4. And warned them that in 4 days she was going to bring a sacred bundle. So the warrior did as he was told. He went back to his people, and he gathered all the elders and all the leaders and all the people in a circle and told them what she had instructed him to do. And sure enough, just as she said she would, on the 4th day, judgment, okay, she came. They say a cloud came down from the sky, and off of the cloud stepped the white buffalo calf. Remember my Pele painting, Revelations 10, my Pele's foot? Okay, when an angel wrapped in a cloud with a rainbow around his head came down? Okay, this is all connecting everything. All the religious texts mean something and are true. They just have been manipulated, and they correlate with stories told from native indigenous family. Okay, all of our stories have the same foundation. They just have been twisted in ways to where we would have to put the puzzle pieces back together to unveil, to reveal the whole truth. Okay, everything's connected and always will be. Okay, as it rolled onto earth, the calf stood up and became this beautiful young woman who was carrying the sacred bundle in her hand. As she entered into the circle of the nation, she sang a sacred song and took the sacred bundle to the people who were there to take of her. She spent 4 days among our people and taught them about the sacred bundle, the meaning of it. And she taught them seven, like the seven spirits of God, the seven grandfather stories, okay? The seven great grandfather stories, okay? Remember this, it's all connected. The seven sacred flames, okay? She taught them the seven sacred ceremonies, okay? Seven spirits of God. Angel wrapped in a cloud with legs that were pillars of fire, okay? One, was that Revelations 10, okay? One of them was the sweat lodge, or the purification ceremony. One of them was the naming ceremony, child naming. The third was the healing ceremony. The fourth was the making of relatives, or the adoption ceremony. The fifth one was the marriage ceremony. The sixth one was the vision quest. And the seventh was the sun dance ceremony, faced like the sun, as the Bible says. Okay, the people's ceremony for all the nation. Okay, so brought us these seven sacred ceremonies and taught our people the songs in the traditional ways. And she instructed our people that as long as we perform these ceremonies, we will always remain caretakers and guardians of sacred land. This whole earth is sacred land that has been desecrated, okay? This is why the purification is here. This is why you're seeing the prophecy of the white buffalo blow down and blizzard and freeze Buffalo, New York. And really it froze most of the country. Okay, most of the country went to negative degree wind chills, sub-zero wind chills for a reason. Is to show the prophecy of the white buffalo and that the Messiah is here cleaning up this land. Okay, the Messiah seeds, the rainbow seeds are here. The great mother and great father and their holy children are here cleaning up the sacred land, rebirthing the earth, getting rid of the wickedness upon this land, getting rid of the cancerous individuals as well as the cancer itself on this land, getting rid of it all in totality. Okay, this is finish him mode. Okay, finish them all. Okay, and if you pay attention to what's going on, you are seeing the wicked crumble before us. All of their things are crumbling. Everything is. We are winning. We have won. The victory is ours, and they have lost. Okay, it says, she told us that as long as we took care of it and respected it, that our people would never die and will always live. You see what happened though, right? All right, people lost their ways. Only a handful of us stayed true. When she was done teaching all of our people, she left the same way she came. She went out of the circle, and as she was leaving, she turned and told our people that she would return one day for the sacred bundle. And she left the sacred bundle, which we still have to this very day. And the sacred bundle is known as the white buffalo calf pipe, because it was brought by the white buffalo calf woman. It is kept in a sacred place on the Cheyenne Indian Reservation in South Dakota. It's kept by a man who is known as the keeper of the white buffalo calf pipe, and his name is Arvel Looking Horse. Look, like the four horses of judgment of the apocalypse. It is a horse, Arvel Looking Horse. Okay, when she promised to return again, She made some prophecies at the time. One of those prophecies was the birth of a white buffalo calf would be the sign that it would be near time when she would return again to purify the world. What she meant by that was she would bring back harmony again and balance spiritually. Okay, and that is where we are right now. And you have to see this destroyed. You have to see this whole world of illusions destroyed. You have to see the desecration upon this land cleaned up. You have to see all the lies corrected and truth shown. Everything has to be revealed. That is why this is Revelations. Okay, and the apocalypse is to destroy what is no longer needed so that we can continue to create the infinity links. Okay, that is where we are right now. Okay. The white buffalo calf woman is here. All right. Now this is another one. Tribal members in Montana celebrate rare white buffalo calf. Okay. She's 1 in a million. All right. That's what it says. About 30 people, including members from all seven tribes in Montana, gathered August 29th in Lolo to celebrate and honor the birth of a white buffalo calf. The female calf was born about 2 months ago at the Bitterroot Valley Bison Ranch. At the ceremony, tribal members named her the Creator's White Buffalo Maiden. Okay, experts say the birth of the white buffalo is extremely rare, and for many tribal members in Montana, the extraordinary animal holds spiritual power and cultural significance, a warning and a blessing. Blair Gopher, member of the Blackfeet and Ojibwe tribes and pipe server at the ceremony, said a white buffalo is symbolic of a message from the Creator or Great Spirit. Okay, and isn't it also significant and interesting how many pipes have burst all over the country? Okay, the faith says they reap the wind, they got their whirlwind. Look, see how spirit be moving. I tell you, when things pop up on my notifications as I record, it is great spirit working to confirm things. And you see what she just said. Okay, we didn't even see the whole message, but I already know where she's going with that, because this coincides to what Great Spirit has me showing you all. Okay, we are thankful to the Creator for sending the calf. It's seen as a warning and a blessing, he said. Remember, I just said a whole bunch of pipes have burst all over the country and are still bursting and are going to continue to burst, because this is what representing the white buffalo peace pipe. Okay? It is time. The Great Mother and Great Father is back. I don't know how much proof I have to keep showing people, but I'm going to continue to do what I am called to do with this channel, no matter how long it takes and how many people it gathers. The perfect number is gathering here for you all to come and see what I am showing, so that you know the truth, while all these people out here sit up here and lie about what's going on and who's doing what. And who's doing what. When you can, if you are truly tapped in, you know that God is here, the Creator of all things, the Great Mother and Great Father, the source of creation is here, working together to clean up this mess and take us home to the city of peace. Okay, no matter what anybody tells you, the truth is always going to be shown. You see, God personally had to come to YouTube and show y'all. That's how messed up it is out here. I'm trying to stop cussing, because we promised the children in the city of peace that we're no longer going to cuss in the city of peace, because they don't like cussing. Even though they're just words, they just don't like the way cussing sounds. Okay, so we promised the children of the city of peace, that the future children that are going to be born, they're not the ones that are born right now, the future children don't want us to cuss anymore. So I'm trying my best to stop cussing. Okay, just practicing so that I don't cuss when we get home. But use cuss words, like the F word, the S word, all those words, okay? So, it says many tribal members who attended the ceremony said the calf is symbolic of widespread unrest. Okay, I think the reason the Creator sent this calf here is because of all the injustice that's been done, said Glenn Gopher, who conducted the ceremony. Our country is in serious chaos. We have this virus and we have racial injustice. Our world is corrupt. But Glenn added that the buffalo is also a blessing as she symbolizes hope for a better future. She shows that we need to love and respect one another, refrain from hatred and racism. Love and respect are what's missing in this country. Our lawmakers are out of hand. We pray for peace and harmony for all of mankind, he said. Okay. Fort Peck tribes, buffalo relocate to 16 tribes, which is a 7, and 9 states for divine completion. Okay, because the ranch where the buffalo was born is large, Glenn said he wasn't sure he'd get to actually see the white calf. But just as he was walking back to his car, the calf ran up to the fence. 2 bulls followed her and started kicking up dust, okay, or protection, okay? It was the most beautiful appearance, Glenn said. I'm sure I will never see anything like that in my life again. Carol Dubé, matriarch of the Confederated Salish and Kootenai and Penn de Orly tribes, said that the calf looked strong. She was so happy. She was frolicking and dancing. The buffalo are calling and we honor, she said. Jimmy St. Goddard, member of the Blackfeet Nation, said he never seen such enlightenment. Everything shook when she was born, he said of the calf, okay? There they are. The tribal members gather in Lolo, Montana to celebrate the birth of the white buffalo calf. Frank Lapierre, who serves on the Little Shell Tribe's Cultural Committee, said he attended the ceremony to heal. He had a stroke a few weeks before, and if it weren't for the prayers and support from the tribes, I wouldn't be here. It was such a unique moment, he said. Richard Parental, vice chair of the Little Shells Tribes Cultural Committee, added that he added that he couldn't help but notice the buffalo was born the same year the Little Shell Tribe gained federal recognition status. It's really beyond words. It's just amazing, he said. It was a spiritual awakening to see her. Because the buffalo calf is female, many who attended the ceremony said her birth is a sign that more women should hold positions of power, okay? Putting the great mother back on the throne with the great father, okay? You see the unification of the masculine principle and the feminine principle, okay? The unification of the queendom and kingdom, okay? Our women have been abused, and we need to pray for better leadership in this country, said Blair Gopher. Women will lead. We must respect them, okay? Mary Gopher, Parental, however you want to say it, who led the women's pipe ceremony, says she brought her 12-year-old daughter to see the buffalo to instill in her a sense of pride. My daughter's spiritual name is the White Buffalo Woman. So it was wonderful for her to be connected to this moment, she said. Okay, and she's 12, the 1, 2, 3, and so it shall be. Okay, the true Holy Trinity. All right, and there's a white buffalo calf. Okay. Big Medicine, a white buffalo, is on display at the Montana Historical Society, okay? Craig Knowles, a wildlife biologist who's been working with the buffalo for 25 years, the 7, okay, 2 plus 5 is 7, said the birth of the white buffalo calf is extremely rare. Since people have started breeding bison in the last 20 years or so, more white calves have been born. The whiteness is a recessive gene, but it's important to know that some of them don't retain their whiteness as adults, he said. Knowles added that the white buffalo can be lucrative for private ranchers, as some people will pay large sums to selectively breed a white bull and white cow. While white buffalo are slightly more common now with more private ranches and selective breeding, Robert Magnan, director of Fort Peck Tribe's Fish and Wildlife Department, said a white buffalo is born once in every million births. Historically, white buffalo appeared once in every 5 million births, according to Montana Historical Society. The Montana Historical Society is now home to the infamous blue-eyed white buffalo named Big Medicine. Big Medicine was born May 3rd, 1933, okay? 3, 6, 9, okay? 1 and 5 is 6, okay? That's the number 6, okay? On the Flathead Indian Reserve. Just as tribes today celebrated the birth of the Creator's white buffalo calf maiden, the Confederated Salish and Kootenai tribes celebrated Big Medicine's birth as he embodied their successful effort to recover the buffalo population. All right. So that's the end of that. But that's what I wanted to come here and tell y'all, the significance of the white buffalo, okay? And why Buffalo is the city of Buffalo just got the greatest blizzard in history. Whited them out. Okay, and never forget this. The white buffalo was in the Umbrella Academy. So it's tying everything together. Okay? This is truly the end of the bullshit. We are headed into the city of peace. All of this destruction is for a reason. It is not brought forth by a so-called elite or Illuminati or the powers that used to be. The true power that always was and always will be is here destroying these people, okay? They have to go. Everything wicked in existence is about to be destroyed permanently. Forever, they will no longer live. They will no longer exist. The blue flame is coming to hit these people and take them out of existence. Like I said, the red and blue Kachina, which is the great red dragon, and the blue flame scientist, has come together as one to destroy all wickedness on this planet, like Thanos, like the Thanos snap, okay? Okay, that's why red and blue turns purple. That is why Thanos was purple, and that is why he had the stones, the healer stones in his hand to bring upon the destruction of the wickedness, to destroy what is no longer needed so that we will continue to create together in peace and love, which is the apocalypse, the apocalyptic 8. Peace to the true ones and the true ones only. And so it is. Ashe.